This is a video that I'm going to do real quick here for the rationale of completing the square, or how it kind of works. And I just want you to look at x squared plus 6x plus 9. If I tell you to factor that, we get x plus 3, because 3x and 3x adds up to 6x. 3 times 3 is 9, just like we've been doing. But you notice these factors are the same, so I could rewrite that as x plus 3 squared. So the reality is this I can write as a square. If I took the square root of this, I'd actually get x plus 3. It's a perfect square. So completing the square is related to this factoring that we're looking at on these three examples. So this one here, x squared plus 12x plus 36, if I factor that, x plus 6, again 6x adds up to give me 12x. 6 times 6 is 36. So x plus 6 times x plus 6 is again x plus 6 squared. Now a couple things I want you to look at. Going from this to the front, just ignore these middle terms. 6 squared is 36, and half of 12 is 6. 3 squared is 9, and half of 6 is 3. Coming down here, let's just go into the final answer. Half of negative 10 is negative 5. Negative 5 squared is 25. The important part of all that is half of 6 is 3, half of 12 is 6, half of negative 10 is negative 5, and that's what we have to remember. If I scroll this one up, this is actually completing the square. I just have a simple expression here that I'm going to factor after I complete the square. So let's look at 8. Well, what's half of 8? Half of 8 is 4. Well, what's 4 squared? 4 squared is 16. So what's happening here is I have x squared plus 8x, and I keep making these small ones. If I take 16 minus 16, if I just add this term in, what is 16 minus 16? Well, it's equal to 0. But more importantly, this term right there, or this 3 terms right there, if I factor that, that is x plus 4 times x plus 4. Half of 8 is 4. Half of 8 is 4. What's 4 squared? 4 squared is 16. I can rewrite this as x plus 4 squared minus 16. This quadratic right there is equal to this quadratic right here. It's in a different form. This one we can easily see the vertex. This one I can't. Now why don't you go to the next video, which is completing the square. But remember this one. Maybe keep this paper open.